Sound like I'm come to the bed. I never really bad. I'm the manager. Your money's getting I never really bad. I'm the manager. Your money's getting I never really bad. I'm the manager.
I have this thing where I get older, but just never wiser. Midnight's become my afternoons. When my depression works the graveyard shift all of the people, I'm ghosted, stand there in the room. I should not be left to my own devices. They come from prices and vices. I have nothing crisis. This time, I wake up screaming, I'm dreaming. One day I'll watch as we leave. I'm tired of it scheming. It's me. Disgusting, always sexy baby, and surrounded to me. Toward your favorite city, you're so hot, but never can. Did you hear my word narcissist? My disguise is altruism by some kind of narcissist. Listen, dream words, just my daughter-in-law kills me for the money. She thinks I left them in the will. The family gathers around and reads it, and like someone screams out, she's not fit from her. Everybody agrees, everybody agrees. It's me. I just wanna reword. I haven't seen you in a long time. I've been so long. Even when you come through, I can tell that it isn't you. So baby, when it ain't close, hate the way I love you, but you're so sweet. I always find a way.
Bitches wanted, but she's not for me. That's the type that put me in my mood. She know that I'm up to you can move for me. She know how to put me in the mood. I know what the love is for me. This is what the next you gotta prove. If you gotta walk you around for me, I might need an extra for the too. Gotta keep my distance around for me. I might need an extra for the two. They might have to go into the house for me. I might need an extra for the real same size as the gallery of gallery. Spanish model with me called a senior senior. I didn't fell in love with a hood girl. She be putting syrup in her margarita. By my college Bible friend is working on the weekend, she be twerking crazy. Take a shower in the middle, get got hurt. Your phone, me, your purse, make me nervous. It ain't a run, push it in the turn. Got it on his way to social turn. Porch head lights on, curtains brown. Like a big number 7, number 9. Ratchet bitches wanted, but she's not for me. That's the type that put me in my mood. She know that I'm out there, she can cool for me. She know how to put me in my groove. I know it's a lot that you can learn from me. It's just one thing that you gotta prove.
Is this how it's going to show up? Like, oh, cool. We can work with that. Welcome. Good morning, everyone. What's up? I'd like to, I don't like repeating myself. So I start the stream a little bit early so that everyone could get here and then we could kind of be all on the same page and everything. So I'm gonna go through watch list here real quick. Oh, I didn't even do my watch list here for my people.
Now we looking down and we ratchet bitches wanted, but she's not for me. That's the type that put me in my mood. She know that I'm out there, she can cool for me. She know how to put me in my groove. I know there's a lot that you can learn from me. That you gotta prove.
All right. So just going through real quick and doing just look at some, see if there's anything here that catches the eye. Holy hell. SPCE. Nothing there. I don't know what is up with this music here, guys. I apologize. Excuse me. All these, a lot of these tickers are just way overextended.
So sad, I think myself. I just we don't wanna be
And okay, let's go ahead and get started here. Just gonna go ahead and
but it dropped in quick. I just don't wanna
okay. Let's go ahead and hop in, get started, guys. Good morning. Good morning. I think you guys can see my screen. A couple different things here. We'll go ahead and start off with our economic calendar. So we just had the PPI come out. Our previous was 6.2 right here, year over year, month over month. We did improve just a bit. Rest of it here is just mixed. So you can see the reaction that we had to it here in a second. And then we have Bostic that is speaking here at top of the hour. So we'll see if we get a little bit of reaction with that. And then we have a couple other things here but things that would not induce quite that much um volatility. So what we're looking at here today is if we come and we look at our option chain, this is our January 17th option chain. This is actually yesterday's, right? So I may have written my thing wrong. Today's the 18th, correct? Yes, today's the 18th. So today's the 18th here. You can see right here on our at our 400, we have a 15,000 contract stacked up right here to start off the day as far as our resistance. If we break 400, then we should skip pretty quickly here to about 403. So if we break and we hold over 400, 403 would be the next target. Then on the put side, where we're looking for support is actually this 398. And so if I come over here, I actually did the whole card thing wrong. That's another thing here, guys. So like if you're new here, I put out this I call it the street beat. I call it the street beat, and it's totally free every morning on Twitter. I post it. I actually don't know if I actually posted it this morning. I've been busy trying to get the stream up and going. But I give kind of just a quick synopsis of what I believe that the market is going to do today. Kind of like my game plan, and then our option levels here. Totally agree that these work as support and resistance levels, and we'll go into them a little bit more depth here as well today. Okay. Let's save this. Publish changes. Um, Actually, I think I needed that again. Mm. If you guys have any questions or anything, make sure that you put them in the chat. I'm happy to go ahead and answer them here for you. Uh, let me see one more thing here. Let me go ahead and make sure I put this up. Give me a second. I apologize, guys. Give me a second. Thing is not cooperating. I just remembered that I didn't post it, whereas I was telling you that. So okay. Cool. Now I gotta post. All right. So as far as our game plan, like we were saying, 15,000 contracts right here at the 400, and then 17,000 right here at 398. We do have a little bit bigger amount at 395, but I believe our range that we have for today is going to be around that 398 to 400. So we did get those PPI numbers that came out, and we got, I mean, almost to the cent, right? We got the pop up that we got right here and it rejected. So I believe it may try again. And this is the ES right here. The 4015 has been a big area for it, and it's trying to validate that as support. And then 4035 or so, it's trying to prove that to be, well, it is proving that to be resistance. So anything above 4025 to 4035 has been pretty big resistance. My plan for today is whenever we move to the upside, if we see that resistance, kind of like we did yesterday, right? If we see the same resistance, then I want to short back down, right? Anything down in this level, these dips would be buys in this area. Everything kind of in between is just noise, right? So that is my game plan. I did try to look for tickers here for today. The only ones that I'm really like we'll kind of look at is AMC. AMC caught a pretty nice bid yesterday and went up. So if this starts looking a little bit more weak, and we can look at our option chain here for AMC to see where everyone is kind of stacking up at for this AMC here. So we have 23,000 contracts at $6, and we have 38,000 right here at $5. So that's kind of our range that we have put in. We have bigger open interest actually here at 7. So we may get up to 7 and then see what happens there from that point. If they break 7, then it would squeeze a little bit further up because they're bending over those market maker and dealers, and they will have to hedge by purchasing higher out. So with that being said, we'll keep an eye on this here for today. And then Tesla is up here pretty nice today. I don't want to buy anything up in these levels, any kind of dip, especially a dip here to the PDC. This is the prior day closing price would be absolutely awesome, and for a continuation to go up. On the bigger time frame, I do like here this volume gap that it's trying to fill, right? And we kind of talked about this here in our room. So to come back down and then continuation would be absolutely awesome on those. All right. Um, Also, Apple was not as strong as everything else here yet yesterday, guys. So I believe we're gonna be looking at this resistance here in this area. We'll keep an eye on it. If it kind of changes personalities and it shows a little bit more strength along with Microsoft, then we may grind and stay above this 400 here today. Okay. Last kind of thing is on the VIX. The VIX is the VIX is right here at this 19, and we talked about this yesterday. So we were gapped up here in pre-market. The plan was for it to come down to the 1950 and fill this little gap that we had right here. We did that and more. Now back at the 19, we do have this gap to fill to come down here towards this 1836. I don't know if we'll necessarily do that, but our eyes are on this 19 to 1925 ish area. Okay. All right. Yeah, man. Dude, we're not even 8 o'clock yet. Okay. Good morning, guys. Like I said, if you have any questions or tickers or anything and our game plan for today, let me know. I'm happy to go ahead and go over everything. Rig. What you guys know about some country music over here this morning? Morgan Wallen. Cruz. Oh, and sing here on live for you. In as far as on the YouTube here, guys, I promise I'll make it a little bit nicer. I used to have a whole little setup on making it nice. I took off OBS, so Apple introduces new HomePod with breakthrough sound and intelligence. For you guys that are here on the YouTube, if you guys could like the stream and share it, I'd greatly appreciate it. Um, good morning, everyone. We kind of went over game plan and everything already. So if you have questions, go over. What I'll do is I'll wait until about 10 till and I'll go over everything here kind of quickly again. But I've pretty much done all my pre-market stuff. I don't think I have anything else. Is there any small caps that you guys are looking at in particular? I'm thinking of pulling up some small caps. I was thinking of what would you say? Funding a different small cap account so I could go and play those with you guys. But the by the time I was to do all that, the market's gonna go cold again. Watch. So this OTRK is up right now. Company announced new data showing the reduction of depression and anxiety symptoms for Utrecht's health whole health program members. Okay. Short the ever living shit out of this one. When I traded small caps, I was always told there's two things that you don't like two or three things you don't mess with as far as shorting, and that's cancer trials that have positive news, Alzheimer's and diabetes, since those are not cured diseases as of yet. Well, diabetes is manageable, right? But yeah, so depression, anxiety, whatever, you can short the big shit out of that. The VIX just slid down here quite a bit, 1878 now, guys. It broke that 19, and the spot is trying to move down. So at this point, we would be looking at the open and be looking for like a rip and dip type opportunity, probably down to 399, 399.10 or so. Let's see, is there any other MNRP or what's this TCBP? Do you guys mind the music, or do you want me to change it or not, like put it so you guys can't hear it? Um this TCBP, this will be fun to watch here. This is only a 500,000 float right here, guys. So if we're looking at this, the way that this is on here, if we wind up breaking around, so $10 to $12, I know that's a big range. I would say it could get going pretty crazy, guys. It's so up here, this 43 would be the target if it gets going. I don't even know what the news is on this as of yet. Oh, see, we were just talking about this. So TC Biopharm shares are trading higher after the company announced strategic collaboration to advance gamma delta T cells in oncology. Oncology is cancer research. So this one may be interesting. Then ATXI. If you guys are interested in BBBY, we could go over that. I'm gonna change this here real quick. There we go. ATXI news. Vitiligo. Vitiligo is where the skin pigmentation in your is like patchy, right? Dude, I wish I had a vitiligo girlfriend, bro. Give me a little spotted girlfriend. PRTY. Oops, PRTY. It's pretty nice, dude. I don't know. Like I said the other day, I think it gets to $1. This is a pretty nice base that it's put in here with this compression. So there are consolidation and compression. We tried once right here breaking up. twice right here in pre-market, and then I think we've gotten and accumulated quite a bit right here. This just needs a pretty nice little pump right, and it can get moving pretty nicely. And let's go over BBBY real quick. I'm going to start on the options chain right here, guys. So this BBBY, this even if you trade like the smaller caps, like the popular like meme stocks and stuff like that, you still got to pull up your option chain, and this dictates the market a whole lot more than a lot of other things. So right here we have 58,000 stacked up at this $5. So dealers and market makers will want to get the price to close underneath this $5 by the end of the week. And then we have support right here at $4. So in between $4 and $5. The bigger one is $2, but I highly doubt that it would get there. If we start breaking this, we have up until 6. So right now the bid on it is 414, or actually that's where it closed. It's at 431 right now. So that's pretty much the plan, right? So any type of pop-up here above 5 or towards 5, I would say is a short. So according to the option chain right here. And on these, they don't have, oh yeah, this is the weekly for today, this week. And so then on February, if we come look at February, and people are trying to play for that far out. So you have $10 right here that they're trying to keep up, and then also this $5. So $5 is going to be the big area of interest, and I could probably show you like on spot gamma, equity hub. If you guys are interested in this. All right, so right here, this is, this isn't, I can't even zoom into this. So the prices was at 587 the last time this is updated. I can't, dude, this chart is messed up. It doesn't even let me see it. But you can see the further the strike out here, the delta gets a lot less. So I don't believe that the anticipated move is any higher right here. You can see where all the gamma is stacked up right here at dude, they got to make this better. How do I zoom in? I don't, yeah, but anyway, you could see that pretty much what I was talking about right here. I believe this is going to be about $5. That's the big resistance for it on BBBY. Big pop right here on Microsoft right now, guys, which is kind of crazy because they actually relative weakness yesterday. So Netflix also has earnings tomorrow, so that may be good just to keep an eye on. Well. And so this kind of puts us in a spot right here. I was gonna, let me see here 1 second. Finish. Got to do one thing at a time here. Got to make sure I finish what I'm doing. Start. Yeah. All right. All right. So on the SPY here, guys, if we come back over here, this is gonna the Microsoft popping up here, and this is something that we were looking at as well, kind of like on Sunday when we did our or Monday when we did our Sunday prep. So if we come to the bigger time frame right here, and we use our volume profile, our point of control is right here, this 11,550 or so, right? And if you zoom in, you could see that the price has barely gotten above that, right? Now, if you come over to the SPY and you do the same thing, our big point of control is right here at this 390 or so, and that's where our put wall is now. So we're trying to edge into the where this gap is to fill in this volume gap here again. But the thing is the thing that's kind of controlling this the most is these NASDAQ tickers. So if now that we broke this higher point of control resistance, we have till 1180 1180.93. So where's yeah. So the price is right here at the purple. I can't see it. 11,704. So we would have to get above this. Where did I say? 11,885. So we have a little bit further to go until we start getting into the lower volume areas, and that's all dependent on like kind of the tech stocks, and we'll see that going into earnings next week and the week after. So all right. I hope to see that we get like 100 people in here trading with us at the same time. Dude, I remember back during COVID, there was quite a bit of people that would come and trade with us, and now it's kind of a little demoralizing, bro. Embarrassing. But then I go start a fight yesterday on Twitter on some sports things, and I got like 20 some likes, which is a lot for me. Um, uh, actually 49. So I got 49 likes on that. Like, I'm just gonna go be a sports commentator. I get more engagement being talking shit about sports. All right, so we got 10 minutes to the bell. Again, just to kind of go over the game plan here, guys. We have our open interest here on the SPY stacked up at the 400. There's, I believe, 14 to 15,000 contracts there. Right here, so 15,000. And we have support near the 398. Any type of fail above 400, look for those short positions to come back down. Dips to the PDC 398 area would be absolutely awesome. Our balance line is gonna populate whenever the market opens, that'll be like around right here or so, I believe. A little bit less, so 398.50 or so. So if we get a dip down to that area and we bounce, that would be absolutely awesome for like a rip and dip type opportunity. And that's pretty much what we're looking at as far as our trades for today. Where there we go. All right. Trading and sports commentary. I don't even, dude, I'm not really into sports, bro. And that would probably make it all that more funny and interesting, is that the whole sports thing is just, it's a totally different culture, bro. I don't understand how someone could base their whole identity off of being a fan of a team. Like straight up their Facebook, Instagram, everything all has their team on it. They have a sticker on the back of their truck, uh, jersey every time they can. Like, I just don't get it, dude. Why would you like support these people or things that they don't know anything about you? I mean, if you enjoy it, I guess, like I understand, like you enjoy it, like, but so much money, time, and effort that you could be putting into bettering yourself and doing better things, in my opinion. The balance line is the same as bias value. No, great question. Great question, Joe. So the our balance line works a little bit differently. And so once that populates, basically the way that that works is um you agree? I just I really don't get it, man. Like, and then it's just kind of weird to put another man's name on your back. Like, I just don't get it. The way that this works here, dude, is that the balance line works in a way that it takes the previous day, um the previous day's close price, and I'm trying to actually, I'm dude, I always do this. I always think that I may not have this coded right. I don't know. But the way that it's supposed to be is that it takes, no, it's right. It's right. Because this is the previous day's close right here. So it takes the previous day's close and the current opening price, and then plots a line halfway in the middle of it. And so the thought about the thesis behind it is just the arbitrage of overnight on where dealers and liquidity lies, right? So if price is right here at 399.33, and then the close yesterday was at 397.78, then a halfway point in for buyers and sellers to meet is going to be somewhere right here, right? So if you were to drive price down right here for us to go ahead and find buyers, the buyers would be right here, that want to buy at a lower rate, and the sellers would go ahead and want to sell at a better rate than what we closed at yesterday, if that makes sense. So the way that the balance line, or yeah, our balance line works here is a point of liquidity, an arbitrage from where we closed the previous day, and then the halfway point from where we're currently at right now. So where sellers would go ahead and meet the buyers, and then there would be a reaction there in that area. Does it make sense? Okay, so we got 3 minutes to the bell here, guys. Make sure you're using your stop losses, mitigating your risk, take profit at your relevant levels. All right, here we go. We still got 2 minutes. I don't have enough room for all the tickers here. Oscar, good morning, brother. If you have a trade idea and you want me to like kind of analyze it and walk through with you, just kind of give my 2 cents if you like. I'm happy to do it. Just put it in the chat if you just want to. None of us could keep track of the whole market, so work as a team here together. If y'all could like the stream for me, go share it with some folks. I'd super appreciate it. Grow this New Age Wall Street team up. I have some super awesome tools that I'm working on, man. But if no one's interested in it, bro, I'll just keep it to myself, like trade by myself. $11.10. Bing, bing, bing. All right. So see how the line populated right here, Giova? So this would be if we did the dip and rip, right? So the dip would be down to this area that we'd look for in between this balance area and the pivot. So this is where the liquidity lies here for us to get started. No, didn't even hasn't tried to get the be well. The VIX is really low right here, guys. So we're at 1870 on the VIX. American Airlines, Oxy. My computer's going super slow now. Here we go. Purple candle is moving up here. All right, so Apple popped up, found resistance, and is kind of now is getting rejected. Tesla was the strongest of the bunch, and it actually slid off here. It's at 135, and then Microsoft had that little pop, and now is down as well. So, also I'm keeping an eye on this BBBY and the um, AMC. So AMC dipped and is trying to work itself up. And the VIX is back above 19 now. It just had like that weird one print at 1870. So now here we go. Now we're working ourselves down a little bit. NVIDIA just jumped off a cliff and is going down here pretty hard. So I'm not interested. One of the things I said in pre-market kind of early on is I'm not interested in any trades right here in this middle area. I would like for it to dip lower. PDC would be absolutely awesome, even a little bit lower, or an extension here above 400 in order to get puts. Oops. Here comes Apple making up some ground, pushing up here. We almost hit this 40.15 on the dot here. So the 40.15 is where we're trying to convert into support now instead of resistance. You can see where it was resistance here in the past. AMC pushing up, just breaking, just trying to break highs. There it did, now it did. Ooh, NVIDIA made up all that. So it dipped from 177 to 175 and has already made that all up. What is the purple candle for? The purple candles are a proprietary algo indicator that I am, it's still a work in progress, but basically they're made, they're a long algo indicator. So whenever you see those, you want to take those trades. So you could see if you, and I actually have them for sale on the Twitter, or if you want to DM me on Twitter, I could set them up for you. You could see where these went purple right here, went up, and did cross back to green right here. This would be your out right here, or the 400 actual resistance. And then if you come over here, you could see they worked absolutely awesome. Purple entry, exit right here. This is good for 393.50 to 396. We'll call it 50. So $3, 30 points on the ES. Same thing on this one. So right here, this one was more of a break-even trade, and then again, a little small one. So pretty cool. All right, we didn't quite get down in this area right here. I don't like that. We're still middle of this range here. There's no trade. At least for me right now, we are above 19 on the VIX. The Apple did pop up and rejected, and same thing with Nvidia. So Tesla is relative weakness here today, so far for being in the session, and then also Microsoft. There we go. All right, so now we've come down to our liquidity point like we had talked about, right? So if you wanted to get long off that area, that would be good. You're just risking kind of the lows. But things are looking kind of bearish right now. So So if we start holding this area, looking pretty nice, then we'll go ahead and get long. But so far, our big tickers that we look at on the Qs is coming down. Apple is indecisive. Microsoft is coming down as well, and Tesla. So it does not look so good as a bearish play as of yet. Or excuse me, bullish play. So if you see any other tickers that are running or anything here, guys, make sure you put them in the chat. We could trade them here together. Oof, and it's not gonna give me a chance. Apple now looking a lot more strong, and Microsoft also bouncing as well. Nvidia coming back down. So we had quite a bit of volume here in pre-market. You guys could see on my little label right here, mostly due from this candle on the PMI. But our volume right here so far is kind of dying out. So unless we get a big move candle here with a lot of volume, there we go. Now we got purples here on the ES is trying to go. NVIDIA, yeah. So NVIDIA is trying to actually do the same thing right here, trying to move up again. NVIDIA over 178. And the Qs are trying to take out this resistance. So the target on the Qs, if we move to the upside, is going to be to 285. There we go. Now we got purples right here. This is actually, I think this is the first time that you could watch me trade with the purple candles live. I think this is the first time you guys could kind of watch how they work. Besides the people in my room. Tesla is still moving down, broke lows. The VIX is now highs. So 1922 on the VIX. Oh, nice rejection right here. So we had talked about this 40-25 resistance here in pre-market, right? So anything above this 40-25, we've gotten rejected here pretty hard. So we need some more volume and demand to be able to take out that area. Now we're rotating back down. Our support, according to the options, is this 398. So you can see we have 17,000 contracts stacked up right here. So if we were to come to 398 and hold kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4 times right here, that would be awesome for us to make the move, excuse me, to the upside. But so far now we're putting in compression right here, the sideways channel. So we'll wait probably till top of the hour and see if we get that volatility to break out either way there. BBBY is trying to edge its way up here. Good morning, everyone. If you're new to the stream here, welcome. We trade primarily options here, guys. We got a couple different things with the option strategies that we do right now. I have no trade at this point. I'm waiting for either a dip down to this area or an overextension. So we're kind of at a indecision point right now. And the reason I say top of the hour is because there's actually algos that work off of news and keywords, and the news is dropped on top of the hour and half hour, right? So whenever those headlines come out, those algos kick in and they're looking at the headlines, and then they either buy and sell, and it induces volatility. Also, along with that, we have, I don't remember. We have 9:30. We have retail inventories, auto housing market index, business inventories month over month here in about 11 minutes now. So those should not be too crazy as far as volatility inducing, but they are still on there. All right, so Apple's trying to push back up here again. Microsoft is still relative weakness. Tesla as well. And if this thing just goes sideways the whole day, dude, like, cool, we don't place a trade today. That's absolutely fine with me too. Apple edging its way up here, guys. May try to break highs. It actually did, and they got pushed down a little bit. There it goes. So Bulliard, the Fed member, says 50 basis point increase at the next Fed meeting is appropriate. Expecting inflation. Inflation will still be elevated by year end. So if you're in a trade right now, you got to make sure that you understand that there's a Fed member on the mic right now that may screw you over. So Apple broadcast is going. VIX is coming back down here a little bit. Now you may ask, like, we have the purple candles here. Why don't you take that trade, right? It's not asymmetric enough in my favor, right? So in this case, the target would be 400. We're at 399.60, so 40 cents. When we know that the bid is down here at 398.60, so you're basically risking $1 to make 40 cents or so. So it doesn't quite make sense for us to take that trade. Now, if we pop above 400, we validate 400 as support, great, we'll go ahead and do that. But right now, it's a no trade. If it does pop and we show weakness, we don't get any volume or demand behind it, then that's all awesome as well. Another rejection up in this area here. There goes BBY with a nice little push up here, guys. All right, so just waiting for the top of the hour right here, guys. Microsoft is trying to get to lows and break those lows. So we're holding the view up here pretty nicely. We may get a quick pop here. The SPX has held 4,000. So 40.15 on the SPX would be the target. All right, so we got top of the hour here in 2 minutes. So we should see some volatility here on whether we break to the 400 right here at this top part, and then Apple is at 138. It's broke to the upside, and Nvidia is holding the. So there's confluence of the VWAP, PDC, and also our balance line for it to move up to 180. There we go, right on time. So Tesla is bouncing now up, and Microsoft is trying to get going here to the upside. Apple is moving really strong to the upside, and the Qs are above 284. So here's our move on the ES, or excuse me, the SPX as at 4010. The resistance is at 4015. So that would pretty much give us a little bit of a spike above 400, pretty much where we got to yesterday, I believe. Oops. So we're at 4012 or so on the SPX, 19 on the VIX. This volume coming in is pretty decent. So no, we're not gonna try to get over 400 at all. Apple's strong as heck over here, guys. Still beasting up. Most of these tickers green. See, Microsoft is kind of lagging. Nvidia financials a little red. Retail. Dude, this sucks. So there's not much going on here, guys. I haven't even placed a trade yet, so. Mm, 39.60. All right, so little pop up here. Let's see. SPX is almost at the 40.15. Yeah, Microsoft is trying to get there. Here comes Nvidia and Tesla as well. You think it's gonna pop a 400 being a round number? What do you mean? Like it's gonna get over it? Ooh, nice big pop here on AMC, guys. You guys are interested in that? Apple's now pulling back here a little bit, and Nvidia taking over, going up. All right, here we go. Let's see here. I know, dude, it's pretty nuts. All right, above 400 now. And this is our big resistance here according to their open interest rate. So 400, 15,000 contracts right there. We are trying to see if we could keep it below that. I do have some puts loaded, but I have not bought them yet. All right, so the VIX is holding 19 here to the downside and it's trying to move back up. And Microsoft did pop up and is showing again relative weakness on Microsoft. Is trying to come back down, and then Apple has come back down too and may make itself back to the VWAP. It's at 130, 138 right now, and the VWAP is at 137.53. So we may see a little bit of a pullback right here. There's our pullback. So our first point of liquidity right here is the VWAP. And the target being down here towards our balance zone. If it continues coming further down. And so this volume died off really quickly right here. So we'll see if we get some rotation back down. Oh. All right, so I'm gonna start some puts right here, risking 400. And my target, like I said, is down here. Oh shit, mRNA is going crazy right now or what? $200 at 207.50. There we go, a little bit more slide off. So Apple almost at the VWAP, hasn't quite touched it as of yet. Not much volume on this pop right here. So there goes AMC moving real nice up. We're still pretty early in the session here though, so we're 45 minutes in. It seems like so much longer. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone that's in here. I'm in puts right now, risking this 400. We're looking at this ES and SPX, so anything over 40.25, it's gotten heavy. The target on the SPX is 40.15. It has not touched that yet, but I guess I'm kind of front running here this downside. The VIX is holding 19, and NVIDIA is holding strong here on the PDC, VWAP, and balance lines. And Microsoft is popping up here just a little bit. Trying to be patient here, let it do its thing. There we go. Tesla breaking lows here, guys. Excuse me, my nose itches. There we go. There we go. Very nice. There we go. So there's one contract here. So that down into this demand zone where these wicks were. So if we get down more in between right here, I'll sell the rest as my runners. But that will probably be the only trade I get today. I don't think that this is our range, that 400 to the 398 that we're expected to kind of stay in today. So unless something outlier kind of happens, I don't think so. So but really nice. That ended up working out really nice. I hope that guy, I don't know if when he said pop 400, I don't know if he meant over 400 or like pop and go down. But I hope you stayed safe. The So that's basically how we trade almost every day here, guys, is we just come in, we look at our option chain as far as where our resistance is for our open interest. So since this 400 had that 15,000, we knew that that was going to be our big area right here. 17,000 on the put side is going to act as our support. Then we have a little bit bigger here down towards 3095, but again, it would have to be something outlier that would happen in order for us to get that today. I think we're going to get just a chop day unless we get enough accumulation for it to get over 400. My bias is more to the upside than the downside for it to break. So excuse me, my nose just itches, guys. It's like tickles. So bias more to break 400 than to break 398 is what I'm saying. And with that, so the way that this would work, right, is whenever you have the open interest like that, there's 15,000 contracts that are sitting here at this price, right? So those dealers, if they wind up, it winds up being a little bit of a gamma type. And I don't know if you guys could see my calculator. I'll make it so you guys could see it. Give me a second. So the way this would work is that so at 400, right, times 15,000 contracts times 100 shares per contract, right? There would have to be $600 million worth of SPY bought if we break above this 400 in order for those option dealers to be net zero. So if that's the case, then I could do the other math, but per percent move, which would be like $4, it would be like around that. So you would be looking at us if we could break 400 and we validate it as support, we get enough demand, then we would probably get around 403. If that's a huge if. So, but if they do, those market makers that are set to have this premium expire, if the price stays below this, then they get screwed. They have to buy $600 million worth of SPY what do you call it, equity shares. So, and then right here you can see that's kind of funny because then the next point that of our resistance is this 16,000 right here at this 403. So that would work out perfect if that's what it's going to do. So all right. Does anyone have any questions or like cool, nice dude. I'm glad. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm a breakout trader by nature, dude. I'm a breakout trader that I like the compression, the sideways motion, and for us to, get breakouts and stuff like that. But we also got to know when is the right time for it to happen. And so I don't believe that we break and stay over 400 until next week. So this week we have expiration on Friday, right? And we have all this gamma right here, all this open interest that is set to expire on Friday. If we come down right here, so 107,000 contracts, right? Which the market makers and dealers are not going to allow it to break over that. Once we do break over that, we let that premium expire, they will let it edge a little bit higher up if the sentiment is for us to remain bullish. So if that's the case, then me and the team here in the Discord room, we are not looking for a break over 400 until next week. If we get it, then great, then we get it. Then, but as far as like planning and that's what we're trading for, it's not. So we're kind of range bound until the end of the week. And then the crazy thing, so the thing that kind of sucks then after that is that we have FOMC on the 1st, and yeah, so then yeah, you're gonna have tomorrow, all next week is actually free, so that would actually work pretty well. So yeah, to next week we may have a pretty wild week, especially with earnings and stuff next week. All right, any questions or anything before I go ahead and you guys got to let me know how often would you want me to go live and trade live here on YouTube on a weekly basis. I think two times a week. I would like to do it every week, but it's just kind of weird with our community. I don't want so I'm actually going to stay until the first, so the full 2 hours or full hour in the session right here, or 2 hours, yeah, 2 hours in the session, and see if we get any type of volatility off of that, and then I'll go ahead and leave, go to the gym. I think it's raining today, so go play in the rain, squats at the rain today. Twice. What days do you guys think is best? I like Fridays, man. It's kind of cool. Stream on Friday, have a good day, Friday, and then go into the weekend. But I feel like not a lot of people get on Friday. So I'm also going to do bring back the Sunday stock study. I think I'm going to open that up to everyone. So the kind of the meeting thing that we do for our members, we'll do the kind of the same thing. And I'll start doing that here on YouTube too, and give tickers and what to look for, and we'll kind of plan our week ahead and everything. Friday. Yeah, I think Wednesday and Friday would be pretty cool. We get some wild moves on Fridays sometimes. All right, we got like minute 45 here. And the inside day wouldn't be bad, man. Like if we were to even come back down to 396, 397. Oh, so one thing, we were talking about this the other day in our Sunday meeting here, or Monday meeting here for some of our guys. If you take a look, I put our bias line, right? Our bias number is 398. So anything above, below 398 here today, if that winds up happening, we'll see a pretty nice little slide off if that happens. So that bias number, line of demarcation, is where the gamma kind of flips here for the day, and you would start seeing a lot more negative or bearish action. So there we go. Full 2 hours in the session, or hour in the session, excuse me. Dude, this seems like it's going so slow. A little bit of a slide up, but nothing too crazy right here. So, oh, will it come back and touch down here again? There were some guys yesterday. You got we talk about the volume divergence, right? So like we had this volume right here. This volume right here, right? And then we have this volume right here on this little push, right? Now, whenever this is moving to the upside like this, like that, great, we have more volume, right? But on this little push right here, like that volume is nowhere near what it was when this first one came. So this is kind of what I call on our volume divergence kind of play right here, our second chance. This would have been another good place to be able to go short or grab some puts right here. So the thing is that your risk to reward is a little bit more skewed because you'd have to risk towards up here, and you don't know if this is going to break, if it's going to continue going all the way down. So you're kind of just trying to get to the same spot. But quick little thing on that. But I'm out, guys. I appreciate you coming and hanging out. Tell your friend, tell your grandma, tell your everyone to come and watch us stream. Follow me on Twitter at New Age Wall Street, just ST for street on there. And I will keep you guys updated as to what we do and what times we'll be on there and everything. All right. But if you have any questions, comments, anything, send me a DM. My DMs are always open as well. And again, I appreciate you guys. We'll see you on Friday, I guess.